What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Reading Corner. I'm Jazz,
Hi, I'm Amber.
and welcome to our corner of the internet where we read books, talk about books, love on books. We be reading them. So, hope you guys have been checking out our TikTok throughout the month of February. We'll be highlighting some of our favorite Black authors, Black stories, just Black
Yes,
love, all the things, anything dealing with Black history, Black people, we gonna talk about it. That's what we doing this month. All other books by authors will be mentioned at the beginning of March 1st. We're not playing that this month. Okay. So I have a couple books on hold that I will be discussing next month on March 1st. But we celebrating Black over here this month. Black
this
children
a month.
books, Black romance, Black thrillers, all the things. We're
All
gonna
of the things.
Yes. So, this book session, we are going to be discussing some of our favorite Black romances. Me
Yes.
personally, friend, there is nothing better than Black love. Just seeing Black love is just like, oh, it's just so beautiful. It's
It
just,
is. I mean, it is. And for obvious reasons. I mean, culturally, we don't have it enough.
mm-hmm,
Or we didn't see it a whole lot growing up. Like, I just feel like a lot of my friends weren't from, a home with both of their parents. So it is nice to see. I have people that stop us, not all the time, but I've had a couple people, me and Kenny have had a couple people stop us with when we're kids and they'll be like, man, I just love to see this. We like,
yeah,
what? They're
we
like,
have,
like a happy Black couple, like with their family. I'm like, oh, well, I can see, I get that.
mm-hmm.
So, and I like seeing it too. So I get it.
Yeah, it's just not. I feel like Black love is not expressed enough, especially back in the day. Like if it
Yeah.
was expressed, it was some type of struggle love. Like somebody had to be on drugs, somebody had to be cheating, somebody had to be a pastor and cheated. It's just it's weird, and
It's
I feel
toxic.
like I feel like though the '90s though really brought started bringing in more Black
That
romance.
R&B music started bringing it back.
Yeah, like all the Black love classics really started coming about. And like, I don't know, it's just, I feel like the '90s started the era back of just showcasing Black love, like pure, just Black love, like with no real, I mean, you had your struggles in it, of course, but like, it was nothing to the point of where it was like detrimental. You know what I mean? Like you could come
Right.
back
It's
from it.
like the
Right.
struggle wasn't the whole point of the story.
Right, right. The point of the story was the
Like,
love. We showing the
right.
love, you know.
There's more to the love than the struggle. We don't
Yeah.
have to struggle to have love. It's not a requirement.
It's not a requirement. Right. So and people some people are like, well, everybody's struggle looks different, which is true. I'm not gonna knock that. However, love, you shouldn't be struggling that hard to love me. So, I just Black love is just a beautiful thing. And I feel like I was blessed to see Black love like within my family, like from my
Same.
grandparents, my parents, like, aunts and uncles, things like that.
Yeah.
And my intermediate family, like I was blessed to say that I saw Black love firsthand and how like it's not always easy, but it's definitely worth it.
It's
So
worth it and it's achievable.
yes. So shout out to our ancestors, generations before us, keeping up that Black love. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. So me and Amber, like I said, we're gonna be discussing just a few, one or two, little yeah, some books that we love. Yeah, so we're gonna kick it off. You want me to go first, friend?
Yeah, go first, friend. That's fine. Because you always tell me to go first. So go first.
Okay. So actually, I talked about this on one of my author highlights for the
Okay.
month, but I'm gonna talk about it again. And I've been talking about it, and the reason why I'm talking about it now, I just realized it. I just realized something too,
What?
and I'll get to it. Um, but the author that I'm about to discuss, her name is Jackwell J,
Okay.
and she and the reason why I paused was because I got a notification from her that at 3 o'clock Eastern time, her books are going on sale. I think she's having like to actually buy the hardcover book because
Oh.
she only has them right now as I'm reaching for my computer on Kindle Unlimited. But I would love to have a hard or at least paperback copy of some of the books I've read by her.
Hmm.
But yeah, Miss Jackal J, she is I guess it would be considered urban romance.
Did she write The Ideal Wife?
The Ideal Wife. I don't know. Actually, I can look it up right quick. Let's see.
Because I feel like when I was looking through my bookshelf of Black authors, I was like wondering if, and you said that name,
Mm-hmm.
so
Jackal.
and I be feeling like I don't know like what the last name was, but I feel like that J name like stood out.
So she is the Ideal Wife. It says by Jacqueline Thomas.
Okay, okay, that was like the name just
It's
okay.
that Jackal. Yeah, that's her name.
Yeah, I was like, am
Yeah.
I spelling her name wrong? Because I just glanced by it, but okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Was
and
that a
like
good
that's
book
one
for
that I
you?
need to highlight, so I'll save that
Was that
because
a
that
good
was
book?
a good one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up then. Whenever you mention the title, but okay, let me save it so I can go back and look again. But okay, so Miss Jackwell J is the author of a couple of series, but I'll just highlight one right now, and it's
Okay,
the Delgado series, the one I've been talking about, and everybody has been talking about forever
okay,
on TikTok or Book Talk, as
book
people know.
talk.
Yes. So the book that I'm going to highlight is from that series is the Capri books.
Okay,
Okay. And I'm gonna break it down to like what, what it is and all of that.
okay,
So Capri Delgado is the baby sister, or yeah, baby sister to the Delgado twins, Capone and Capadonna. Right. So Capone and Capadonna are based. Well, Capadonna is locked up for like 15 years, and then he comes out. But they're basically like kingpins, right?
come
Think
on,
of
Urban.
yeah, think of like Ghost from Power. Um, yeah, so that's who I think of when I think of Capone, right? So they basically are in New York City, like Brooklyn, Staten Island. They be all over the place, but their location is in New York City. And they're very smart with how they run their business. Very.
Mm-hmm.
So Capri, her brothers, she's the baby of the family from a not Jamaican. Her parents are from Barbados, so
Okay,
A Caribbean household.
okay,
But basically, since she's the baby of the family, the only girl, she's expected to, perform at a certain level with things and go the distance with stuff. So she's the one who goes to college. She goes to college. She goes to law school to become a lawyer. She's topping her class. Like her character is very much like I'm that girl. Like in the
okay.
books, that like Big Mama. Basically she's Big Mom. That's what she says. So she, described as like beautiful and all the things. Capri is, and okay, just to note too, so there in Capri series, there's like 3.5 books, 3.5 books. And I
Okay,
know that
okay.
that might come out weird, but it's like book one, then like book two, book 2.5, book three, book 3.5, like that. So that's
That's
how,
how she has them listed.
yeah. So
Okay,
that's
okay.
um
Like Lion King 1.5.
yeah, that's a good one. I think I got it in it. Oh, I might need to show the kids that movie. Anyway, getting off track. So Capri, in the beginning of in the Capone books, it starts talking about Capri's relationship.
Okay,
So Capri is by this point, like being done with law school and everything, she probably is in like her mid to late 20s by this point. So she is married to a guy named Naheem. Let me go in and tell you now, this is spoiler alerts. Spoiler alerts. Mute it if you don't want to hear and then turn it back on later. So just letting everybody know. I don't want nobody coming from me and saying, oh my God, I didn't get to reading yet. Keep reading. It'll be fine. So Capri is married to Naheem, right? Naheem actually knows the twins and Capone's wife. And they know the twins because Naheem was locked up with the twin brother Capadonna. And basically Capadonna looked out for him in jail. Like, he was a little brother to him, took him under his wing,
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and then he ended up meeting Capri while she was visiting her brother. And then it kicked off from there. They basically became pen pals.
Okay, so they know that they know each other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's
Like
not a secret. Okay,
it's
okay,
not a secret. It's not a secret.
cool. I
So
was
we're
like,
gonna get
oh
into
my
this
god.
eventually.
Okay,
Okay. So yeah, so basically Naheem was already family and like had been
right, right. So you just now you officially found.
right. So once he
Cool.
got out of jail, him and Capri basically went ahead and got married. He was like, I'm gonna do right by her, like, she's a woman of my dreams, blah 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 blah.
Of
So
course she is. You ain't seen no other woman, but go ahead.
right. So Capri, and I mean, like on paper, Capri is like a girl that you would want to be with. She's ambitious, she's smart, beautiful, she got money, all the things, right?
Love
So,
after lockup. It's fine.
that's pretty much what it is. So, like, when he gets out of jail, she's done with law school, but she's studying. Well, she's almost at the end of law school, and then she's also studying for the bar as
Bar,
well.
right.
So he gets out, they get married, everything's supposedly cool, whatever. But Capri starts to suspect that he's cheating on her, right?
Of course.
And he definitely is. He definitely is.
Cause he ain't
So
had nobody. They been locked up.
but
Locked up. They wouldn't let him out.
no, man, forget Naheem because his thing was he didn't like the fact that she was using up a lot of her time to study, to graduate and pass the bar. That was his thing. It wasn't about that he couldn't be like,
Sir.
he got out of jail and was automatically locked down. None of that. It was the fact she felt like she wasn't paying enough attention to him. Long story short.
Mm-hmm. So now you
And
about to get beat up and killed by these brothers because what you doing?
but them brothers pissed me off. And we're gonna get to them when it comes to this. Just hold
You
on.
can't
Just
spoil it though. You can't spoil it. So you're gonna have to skip past and you can't spoil it for the readers.
so let's
Fast forward.
let's see. It's no way for me not to spoil it. That's the thing.
Okay,
Like
well you can't spoil it. So tell us why should they read this book? This is your romance pick, right?
it is, but we're going deep into it. So it's like I'm not
Are
gonna
we going
okay,
deep
okay.
into it?
Yeah, we're gonna go deep into it. We're gonna go deep into it. All right. So I'm not gonna give everything away. Trust me when I say even the stuff I say now, it's not even gonna add up to everything that happened.
Okay.
So Um, yeah, Capri is like she goes on a like she do all the things. She's like, I got this gut feeling he cheating on me. She went to try to follow him sometimes, trying to see what he doing with his bank accounts, like all the stuff. And then this whole time, he's lying and gaslighting her, like, oh, well, now you worried about what I'm doing. Now you're trying to worry about what I'm doing, but you always got your head in a book. You always doing this, that, and the other. And it's like, bro, really? Really?
Wowzers.
Yeah. Okay. So, um, she cheats back. She cheats back, and I'm not gonna say with who, but she does cheat back, and he does find out. Right? He does find out, and of course, he's upset. He can't handle what's being done to him. Now, mind you, he's slept with multiple women. She just had this one. He has been cheating on her since he has gotten out of jail and gotten married, pretty much is what it is. And she was like, well, I'm gonna do my little one too. I'm gonna get my lick back too. It's just her lick hurt a little more than his did.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say who she was with, but just know that it was somebody he's very familiar with, right? So I'm gonna pause it right there and just get your opinion on this, because I've been seeing like some people online are saying like they don't like her character because they're calling her a homie hopper, right? And they don't like her character because she's like, in their mind, didn't take accountability for her actions within their marriage. So,
I see that I'm gonna have to read this book. But go ahead now. What's the
so my
question?
question is like, just based off the character, her character, and what she did.
Based off of what you've told me.
Do you? And then what I'm about to tell you next, you probably. I want to wait to say that part, but do you think she should be given some type of grace? Because it's like, mind you, they're maybe they're mid to late 20s at this point, and married, and he's been cheating with multiple women.
It's
Get.
yes, I think that first of all, I think that anyone who has cheated and who is working on not doing that anymore and coming clean, and this is not what you want to do, and your partner knows, like, I think that that should be given grace because that takes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot to tell your partner that, hey, I cheated on you. Like, that's that's a lot because you don't know how that person is going to act. We've all seen snapped.
Right.
Like, that you don't know if they're going to snap on you. You don't know if they're going to snap out on the person. He going to go back to jail. Like, you don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that, yes, if she, let him know that, like, hey, like, I knew you was cheating, I cheated on you too. Yeah, she deserved to be given grace because what you telling for if you're not about to stay? Um, what was the second question? Now, homie hopper, I don't know about because for me, like Kenny played football.
Mm-hmm.
Me, because of that, I annexed out everybody else on the football team. Like, no
Right.
one else on the football team was gonna get my time
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, nope, that's too close to your home. If I was ever gonna cheat with anyone, it is not gonna be somebody that you are gonna be or that you ever did that with. Like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, that's just me. Cause I also feel like that's just another way to get everybody in the situation killed. Like, and I don't want to be the reason that somebody died. You got to know your person, and my person couldn't handle nothing like that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
and neither could I. So
Yeah.
you can't be rolling with the homies now. You got the world is big. You need to find somebody else. Cause I tell anybody, out of all of the people in the world, why you got to find my friend or my family member or something like that? There are plenty of beautiful, fine people in the world. Find somebody else. If you must, you better find somebody else. Cause there's gonna be little to no chance we coming back from that one.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because that's going to lead me into the next part. So, like I said before, he was gaslighting her a lot, lying to her. She would ask him straight up, like, are you cheating on me? If you are, this is the time to tell me and we can work this out. This is before
Yeah,
she did her, her own thing. And
yeah.
of course, he lied. He kept saying, no, 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 no. So he got into a situation that he could not get himself out of. So he decided to come clean. And I can go ahead and say this part too. It's not really a spoiler. He came clean like close to or on their actual anniversary to wipe the slate clean, right? Wipe it clean. Okay.
Ah,
And he wasn't even that truthful, because and me saying this is still not giving it away. One of the main girls he cheated with, because he was just, hitting them, getting some from here, get some from there. He had one girl in particular he would always, come back to. This girl is actually an enemy of Capri.
Oh no, you no, no,
This
no.
girl and another girl did Capri dirty. It wasn't Capri did her dirty. The girl did Capri dirty, right? So basically, you're sleeping with my enemy.
No, no, no. And in that instance, I owe you nothing. I owe you
Yeah.
nothing. I'm sorry. I owe you nothing. New, 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 new.
Mm-hmm.
A foe, a enemy,
A enemy.
a ox.
Yeah.
You sleeping with the ox?
A known
My,
op at that. Not even a thing of like, oh, this like, it's just some petty. We'll get over it,
you hate
whatever.
me. I would not be
You don't
convinced that
like
you love
me.
me. You don't like me. You hate me, and we are getting a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
What did the dude
But
say in Brown Sugar? What he say? We're celebrating my
my
divorce. Like,
divorce.
yeah, no, no, baby, no. My
Yeah.
aunt is crazy. Like, that's wild. I feel like I could never trust you. Like, you could be plotting to kill me. No, especially
But
in this book situation and in this lifestyle.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
You know how she found out though?
From the op.
In public.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby. And
Yeah.
see, honestly, a lot of this cheating things, it depends on how I find out. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
find out on the big jumbo screen, there
Because
is
at one
nothing for us
point
to
she
do.
was willing to forgive him. She was willing to say, you know what?
After
He's
she knew it
doing
was the
dirty.
op.
No, 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 no. Because he
Okay.
didn't tell her the whole truth on the anniversary. So not only did you give me a half truth, you waited until we were out in public and this girl had two up actually on me. Yeah. So yeah. Basically she made his chest cave in when he found out who she was dealing with. And it was just like, okay, well,
We're
I
equal
was
at
wrong.
this point.
We're
Like, we even.
they were even. She didn't know it at that point, but she was willing to cut old dude off and like, be like, we can start over. Then she found out about the op and all the things that happened with that. And it's just like, okay, so basically to move on, because I know we don't have that much time left, she um
So ask
was
that.
just broken. She was just, hey, are they in there?
It was Elijah. Talking about Elijah.
It's okay, because Journey was knocking at the door. I didn't know if you would hear it, but basically, long story short, not to give everything away, it broke her. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's tough right there.
she was, facing depression, like just all the like trying to find herself, going from blaming herself to blaming
I
him.
really got to read this book now.
Yeah, all the stuff, right? And then she had a mother, um, who and I don't want to say because I'm not Caribbean, but from things I've seen in the comments and people who I know, they're like sometimes it's just different being raised
Yes.
in a Caribbean immigrant household type of thing. So her mom was really on her about making her husband happy. Like you don't get divorced or nothing. Like you deal with whatever he comes with. But Capri wasn't with that because she was like, "Nah, we too far gone at this point. You, like you said, you don't love me. You don't even like me. You
Right.
hate me, low key." So in the next Capri books, she ends up leaving and they're like taking a year for herself abroad.
Okay.
But during that time, she has a friend named Kwamir, aka Meerkat, and we all love Meerkat. We all love him. Ugh,
The
yeah.
masses love a good cat.
Yeah. So Kwamir is somebody she known since college. But his full name is Kwamir Inferno, and the Inferno brothers have, or one of the Infernos, they have their own series as well. Like they're
Okay.
all in this universe together.
Okay.
Um, but she knows him and he loves her to death. Love her to death. But he
Oh,
was like, I'm gonna take it slow because clearly I know she ain't ready for me for no relationship. And that whole year she was gone, she was celibate and he remained celibate too until like they figured out what was going on and what was happening. And then she comes back to New York after living abroad for a year, and they start to figure out what they got going on, their relationship. So the men in these stories, when I say they territorial, it's like damn near snapped type of territorial. So I'll give a good example. And I'm still not giving anything away. But with Kwame and Capri were trying to figure out their thing. Like she was like, "Well, I'm still gonna go on a date. I got football players who want me. Like you tripping? Like whatever." So she
Mm-hmm.
go out on her little date, and he starts texting her. It was like, "What you doing?" You know, she lied. She was like, "I was being petty, and I just wanted to lie. Like I'm watching TV, whatever she said." And he was like, "Wow, so we lying now?" And she like, "How he know I'm lying?"
Pull
And
up
he
king.
basically was like, "You better leave that restaurant you ever that man right now before I put a bullet in his knee." I would hate to see a football player career end or be out for the season. And what she do? She got up at that restaurant.
Got
He
up out
left.
that restaurant
He
because these
left
men are not playing with you. Get on
immediately.
up out of there.
Yeah. Luckily, it wasn't no big deal because she really wasn't feeling old dude no way. But she immediately left, got in her car, and he was in her car waiting on her. And was like, he called her and she ignored the call. She was getting irritated. Then he was like, "So we ignoring calls now?" And she's like, "You're in my trunk. Why are you in the trunk of my car? Like, why are you in the back of my car? What is going on?" Yeah, it is that type.
Oh dang! I thought he was at least gonna be like in the back seat or something. You in the trunk? That's wild.
Yeah, so that's the type. I don't know if I'm toxic or not, but I love that.
I
So
like it.
I
I
like
like it.
that.
That is reminding me of these books that I read when I was in high school slash college. My roommate, college roommate, put me on a rest in peace because she passed away. But she put me on these books, and I cannot remember the title. I mean, the author, but it was like a whole series. Like it had about like 8, 10 books. They
Mhm.
still have some, I think, but I just haven't gotten back to them. But they were called. The first one was like thugs and the women who love them.
Okay.
Very much so the vibes of what you're talking about. So I feel like you would really hit on them. And I think it's a husband and wife that write the books, if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
okay.
Um, I'm using the phone for the videos. I can't look it up, but yeah,
Okay.
like great,
Now,
great. That trap love that I'm gonna kill him because you think one scene in one of the books, smut-ometer, whoop,
mhm,
through the roof.
yeah.
Like he ripped up her outfit while they was effing in the bathroom because he was like, you're not wearing that nowhere.
That's very similar to what happens in these books. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
like she
where you
thought she
think
was
you
gonna go
going?
out and wear something. He was like, come in this bathroom real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Got it in. He ripped that shirt up. Was like,
Yeah.
yeah, now go find you something else to wear.
That's very, yeah,
So
very,
very, very much spicy
yeah.
and very much so thugged out, big kingpins, owning a club. It's all of the things.
Yep. That sounds about right. So
Elijah, I'm recording. Can you give me a few minutes? I thought you ask your father. You ask him what time you put it on and he can count from there, please.
oh. So oh, okay. So I'm just gonna leave it there because so much goes on in
Yes.
that's
If
very
it's like
but
I'm vibing this, yeah. And I can tell by this like a lot is going on and you are
yeah,
already on the
it's a
like
lot.
second book.
But I'll just leave it at that. But the smut-ometer on this, on Capri's books, yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big
What
Ma,
I'm
Big
talking
Pa.
about.
Big Pa. That's what he likes to say. He be like, you know. And he can speak Portuguese. So
Okay.
he
I
starts
like
speaking to
that.
her in Portuguese during smutty time. And it's just like, whoa. And then he'll be like, well, since you big mom, big pa, go ahead and do what you do for big pa. Yeah.
Woo.
So smut-ometer, Jackal J, she did that. She
Okay.
did that. So that is my first recommendation, friend. Capri,
Okay.
the Capri series, the whole universe is good,
The
but I
whole
just
universe.
specified on Capri because also what I like about it is not just a book about her falling in love with somebody else, she's falling back in love with
With
herself too.
herself.
Like she's also discussing her journey of getting from a toxic situation into another toxic situation into herself and then finally to the person she's supposed to be with. So
Okay. I
that's
like
my
that.
recommendation,
I
Capri.
like that. Okay. So mine would be the author that we have already been talking about since we started this thing together would be Kennedy Ryan's Long Shot. Now
Oh,
that's my first one.
I haven't read
It
it
is
yet. I got it downstairs.
a part of her Hoop series, and so if I'm not mistaken, there might be 3 or 4 books in that. I'm on my next one will be the third one because I've read the second one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I will really enjoy the third one. The
Okay.
second one was pretty good. I really did like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, first one, and I am horrible with remembering characters' names, but basketball players, they can you please ask your dad? So sorry, my kids are kidding today.
We're moms first, you guys. So she got
Terrible.
one coming in. I got one knocking at the door.
Like it's ridiculous. So, but so basketball player, he starts off in college. I cannot remember his name right now. Please forgive me. But he bumps into this girl at the bar. He's about to do the championship basketball college championship game. And this chick is there. She knows all about him. He thinks she's cute. Blah blah blah. You know this the spark. But little does he know she's involved with basically like his nemesis on in the basketball world,
Oh,
and she didn't want to mention it because they were vibing, but she like knew that
yeah.
they weren't going. She wasn't trying to get at him or nothing like that. And so he
Mm-hmm.
was like, can we talk? She's like, I gotta go. And so she like ended it there. But he does see her at the basketball game, and he's like, dang, like who you here with?
Oh, you with the ops?
You with the ops? And he's
Okay.
like, how could you be with him? So he is mixed, but his father passed away
Mm-hmm.
and the big game is going to be played on his dad's birthday. But everybody like knows that his dad made it to the NBA. Um, and so his dad was black, his mom is white, and his mom is remarried to a white man, and he has a older stepbrother.
Oh.
But it's all good, like they're a good cohesive family.
Mm-hmm.
But the other player who is his op is, very arrogant, very like dirty player, very whiny, all those things. But they're both like high in the draftings for the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So it's what she finds out and the story bounces back and forth from her version to his version of what's going on or their story points. um, and Kenny Ryan does a great job with letting you know that this book can be a little traumatic or triggering for some because it deals with like abuse, domestic violence. And so that is kind of what our main character, Iris is the girl's name.
Mm-hmm.
August is the boy's name.
Iris
It's
and
just
August.
kicking to me. Yes, his name is August. Her
Go
name
ahead.
is Iris. Okay. So, and so it deals with that. And and so
I like that name,
so
August. It's a great month.
it is a great name. It is very cute. So it goes back and forth with how they're like maneuvering, like time going by. She ends up, you know, and engaged to the other guy. They have a kid, but she's
Oh.
still bumping into August in different places, and he's like trying to get her out of his mind, but he can't. Oh, dude is jealous because like why every time you volunteering for something, I see this dude. So it's a lot, but it is really really good, and I just love the way she wrote it out, and it just had me like, okay, I need to one of them ones that okay, just two more chapters, and then I'm gonna put it down,
Yeah.
and knowing that it's
And
that I got
don't.
to get up in the morning. Yeah, so I it was a lot going on, but I don't want to tell too much to give it away. But it was really good, and it's a really good love story, and it's not like the typical love story of oh he swoops in and saves her. Like she already had some money from being with somebody, so she didn't really need to jump from one NBA player to another one. It was
Right.
like really this one was just like
We
trash.
love this one.
Right. And then the other one, she really had a connection with that she didn't let flourish because she was with someone else.
Hmm.
Um, and even though when he always tries to hey, like I could take care of you and your baby, she's like, I don't want that because I'm not trying to be trapped
Right.
again and things like that. So it's really, really good. And the second one goes into, I think the second one's called Block Shot. And that goes into August's older brother, stepbrother, who is white, but they end up forming a an NBA agency together, sports
Hmm.
agency together.
Him
And
and August.
so yes, so like the second one. So
Hmm.
he went to college. The older brother went to college to do that. He meets his person there, but it was like a whole thing of her. His person was like a Latino or
Hmm.
whatnot, and so I love the mixing of the
The re-
cultures and things how she does.
hmm.
And I have not read the third one, but it is on my to be read list because I think it's going to be a really sweet love story. So,
Okay.
I, out of so far, I like the first one better. The second one, maybe it's because I couldn't relate to it as much because it's coming from white male perspective, maybe.
Hmm.
And spoiler alert, the smut is there. If you know Candy Ryan, she does come with the smut, but it was also doing like a lot of anal, and I'm like, oh, that's just not my cup of tea. So I can read it and I am not judging nobody. You might tell me I need to grow up, but
Did it go
it
overboard with it? Was it just
it wasn't overboard
like
like a
God,
Zane
dog? Do
book or
y'all do
nothing like that.
anything else?
So it wasn't overboard, but they went into descriptives about it, and I was just
Oh,
like, good for you, girl. Good for you. Like I'm glad this works for you.
I don't
It's just not
know.
my thing, and so you know how it is. If it's not something like that is for you particularly, it's just something that, I'm just, you know,
I'm
I
a
just
little intrigued.
read that part a little faster.
Mm.
But it was good, and I think that's what it was. It was just like the white male perspective, and maybe that's why I didn't like relate to it as much. But
Yeah.
it was still good,
Okay.
still a good book nonetheless. And I feel like the third one is going to be really good. I'm feeling like the third one might be my favorite just
Okay.
because of the characters, which is Iris's cousin, who played a big role in the first book, because she was like there to like help Iris out with her situation, and they were grew up like sisters basically,
Okay.
um, with their grandmother because both their mothers was kind of like, not so much.
So
Um,
does each book cover like each couple? I guess.
it's
Like
similar to what she did with the Skyland series.
okay. Okay.
So yeah, so it like covers them with like a touch of the previous book.
Hmm.
But like with the second one, I don't think it talked about our cousin Lotus is the cousin's name. They're named after, they're both from born and raised in Louisiana. So they have like flower names that kind
Okay.
of go back to that. And she was like a fashion designer. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the older NBA players is interested in her, but he's kind of like shy because she's like a bunny. Or
Okay.
we have a sorority sister, and she's from New Orleans, and she's feisty, and she be on these
Don't play.
men's neck. She don't give them no slack, and she does not play if you're not coming with your stuff correct. So that's kind of the vibes that Lotus gives.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy is going went through a nasty divorce, and so I feel like he doesn't know how to approach her, but also he's been hurt in a nasty divorce, so he kind of
Yeah.
doesn't know where to go. So the
Mm.
past two books have been him kind of like peeping around the corner and say, hey, is she coming to the game, or who's your cousin, that type of thing. So
Mm.
now I think it's going to be really him getting getting his feet wet back in the dating pool and trying to approach her. And I think that's gonna be really sweet. And I'm a romantic, so
Mhm.
I'm excited for him, even though he's not a real person.
That's how it be though. Like
Yes.
when I was reading about Kwame, I was like, he's not a real person, but this feels real.
But this
So
feels real. It's bringing out real emotions in me.
yeah, it man. When I'm telling you, some of these books, real deal, bring out emotion and thoughts. Like I don't know
They
why some
do.
people be trying to clown romance books. Like, oh, if you only read romance, you're like anti-intellectualism. You don't want to read nothing intellectual. No,
No, because I'm intellectual every day of my freaking life. How about that?
I'm reading.
And
I
I
could
want
be
to
out here
break.
doing drugs. I could be out here doing whatever, but I am reading what I like. I'm reading
Reading
what brings
is
me
an escape
joy.
from my reality. In my
Yes, yes,
reality, I
it
have to be
is.
intellectual all the time.
All
I
the
actually have to
time.
be an intellectual for three other people as well.
It's exhausting. For those who don't know, it's exhausting on your
Right.
brain
So
for
my
multiple
brain
reasons.
needs a break.
Yeah. And it's just like, even then, though, maybe I'm not trying to just be so intellectual. I want to tap into my emotions. I want to tap into my feelings. I want to tap into something that's going to make me feel good, or
Make
at
me feel
least
good.
make me
It's
think about what makes me
yeah.
feel, so I love that. And then I didn't mention, for those who don't know, with Jackal J, with the series she has playlists and Pinterest boards that shows like what the
Why
characters
people
look
go
like.
see?
So it's like you, when you're reading the characters, and then like to say if you decide to read through the book first and then go look at the characters, to me those pictures she has completely describes what the
Oh,
characters
that's
look like.
cool.
Yes. So,
That's
and then
cool.
the playlist, her playlist be hitting. Like for the books, like she'll write, in the beginning, the playlist. You can click on the Apple playlist and it'll take you to it, or Spotify, whatever. But in some of her books, in each chapter, she'll write the song that'll go with the chapter.
Oh, that's nice. Almost like how Candy Ryan has like the recipes or the
Hmm.
drinks in her books.
Yeah.
I
So
like
it's
that. I
a
love when
music
authors
playlist.
do that
Mhm.
because we should do that. We should get
It
together and like do like the food and the something and discuss like the
Ooh,
books.
yeah, that's a good one. We'll make it happen.
Hmm.
Put it in my notes. I'm talking to my assistant. Yeah, but I'm just playing, y'all. He's not my assistant that much,
I
but
was about to say,
what
depending on what we doing.
we doing? But that's so smut-ometer wise. What you give the book?
For Kimmy Ryan's, I give her like a 6 because she not like down and dirty,
Hmm.
but I'll give her a 6. She does take it there. She does describe it and walk you through it. So
I mean, what you just described with how they was acting with that anal situation, they went in the
I
deep
mean,
end.
they describe it. They
Hmm.
describe it,
Sound
and
like
like I said, it's just
I'm
not my thing.
intrigued.
And I just learned it wasn't my thing whenever I had my first Zane book. So
Mm.
yeah.
Okay, so just gonna give one more. I was so torn about which book I was going to talk about.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna mention this one,
Okay.
or this author, and then I'm gonna actually discuss the real book I was gonna talk about. But Christina C. Jones is an author who writes a lot of short stories, a lot of short
Okay.
nonfiction, but to me, she's a great author. I love her books. And the one I was gonna talk about, or was going back and forth about, was not Catch Me If You Can, Release Me If You Can.
Okay.
And it's a really, really good series. And one of the reasons why I liked it because the couple was into tech, like
Yes,
stuff.
you're a tech girly.
So yeah, like the girl, she was like a hacker. The guy turns out he's a hacker, but they sexy hackers. That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people don't realize like if you're just because you're behind a computer don't mean like you don't look good, you know. So yeah, it's a great book. But the book I'm gonna talk about, because I've talked about Christina C. Jones before,
Okay.
um, is called is I don't know if it's a popular book, but I've seen other people online talking about it. But it's called Only for the Weak, and it's by Natasha Bishop. And she
Okay.
actually just had another book come out that is on my TBR, and I can't remember if it's released or about to be released. But anyway, so Only for the Weak. Um,
Okay.
my mind is drawing a blank with the name of the characters.
Oh, that part be hard,
Yeah, but
especially when you read so much.
yeah, and I think the guy, the main male character's name is Rome, I think.
Okay.
But y'all get the gist of what I'm talking about or doing. So, basically, it's this young woman who sister is getting married in Mexico, Tulum, I believe. So, all the wedding party has to fly out there and you know do all the things that a bridal party would do for a destination wedding. Her sister is kind of a prick, a little bit, and she's also the main female character. Is considered, very curvy, very vivacious, So people are kind of like downplaying her in a sense. She's a beautiful woman, but it's kind of like, for some reason, sometimes like they'll talk about her weight or whatever the case is. And what I'm about to say is not a spoiler because it's on the back of the book. Um, but the sister is getting married to the main female character's ex boyfriend.
Okay.
Her older sister is marrying the younger sister's ex, which I was like, what? Wait, what? How could. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. But, it's the female main character, she's not really tripping about it because
Okay.
she's like,
You're like, that's my ex, so you
yeah,
can
that's
have
my
them.
ex,
That is
but
so
we weren't
awkward.
together like a long time. I really wasn't. She basically saying like I wasn't in love with him. Was I
Okay.
shocked? Kinda, sorta, but if I'm looking back on it, they're made for each other. That's basically her thought process about it.
Okay, girl. If you like it, I love it.
And I don't like it. I don't love it either because
I
as an
prefer.
older sister, I could never. I could never. If my siblings, like, and for those that don't know, me and my siblings, we are many years apart.
Many years
However,
apart.
I don't care if we are 8 years apart, 2 years apart, three, it don't matter. It's like,
Girl, 8 minutes apart. Heck
it,
no.
it don't matter. If my sisters even told me about they have a crush on somebody, it would have been an automatic, "Er, don't matter, don't care." Like you are already in my eyes a younger brother to me, like literally a younger brother.
With my fingers.
So, um, so yeah, so while they're on the trip, it's just drama with the sisters, but it's mainly to me the older sister being insecure about some things, but you wouldn't have to be insecure about some things if you weren't marrying your little sister's ex. So that's that. But the main male character Rome sounds like his character is like a good dude. Like he's a man who cares about a woman's actual feelings. Like it's not just,
Okay.
how some wedding parties get like I'm single, you single, let's hook up. Like no, he's not with the hookup thing. He
Okay.
genuinely likes her. And I'm
Okay.
not going to give away his part in the wedding. Um and what he's doing and things like that. I'm not going to give that part away, but Rome is basically like, I don't want to say her savior, but he's definitely a protector.
Okay.
Like he's protective over her. Like she can hold her own against her family, mainly her sister and her mother. But he definitely will come in and be like,
I
y'all
like
ain't
that
finna play
already.
like that. You ain't finna play with her like that. And what? So what? Look at you. Like he's that type of character. So I love that story. I feel like it's a feel good romance. It's like, a woman who's realizing like I don't need validation from my family to be happy. Like I've
Right.
told them how I truly feel about a situation and either they accept it or they don't.
Okay.
That's just what it is. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a quick read for me. For me and Amber, like anything 300 pages or so, we can knock that
It's
out.
fairly short.
Yeah, that's short
It's
for us.
fairly
So
short.
but my problem is I can't find my book. I don't know where my book is, and it is messing me up. Like I
Girl,
had a
that's
physical copy.
devastating. What do you mean?
I had a physical copy, and now I can't find it. Like look at me looking now on my shelf. I can't find it anywhere.
Oh, friend.
And I was freaking out. So now I'm wondering if I let my little sisters borrow it because I let them borrow like two, three of my books. So,
Okay.
but then again, I'm like, I hope not because I don't know if my 17-year-old sister should be reading it. But then I think about what we was reading back in the day. So, yeah, she knows what it is.
Coldest winter ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that alone was enough.
That's why I said I was like, that came out like in the 90s ish. And I know I shouldn't have been reading that when I read it. But here we are.
Yeah. And I didn't even read it in high school. I read that outside of high school, like when I was in my 20s. And even then
Yeah.
I was like, God dog,
Like
she
I
is
think I've seen it and seen the book in high school, but I don't think I finished it in high school. I think I finished it in college. Because
But
Kenny was reading it a little bit, and then it got to the dude getting head by the other dude, and he was like, "Yeah,
mhm.
I'm done with this."
Like I'm gonna close that on
He
up.
was like, "It had me until that part."
Oh, that's how I felt watching that scene from Snowfall. Yeah.
Girl, and
That's
I'm
what
so mad because that thing can never get out of my head, and
it will
like
never it traumatized me and
it
I'm
is very
like,
traumatizing.
whew, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, we're not gonna go into
We
detail
not
about
even
it.
gonna do
But
it because I'm trying
if
to my best to forget that.
if you watch Snowfall, then you will know what we're
Then you
talking
know exactly what we talking about.
about. Yeah. But yeah, friend, smut-ometer. I'll give
Yes,
it I can't remember. Are we doing 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 5?
we 1 out of 10 because I gave whatchamacallit a 6. I
I'm
gave
gonna
I
give
gave
it
the hoop series a 6 so far.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an 8. Yeah. From based
We
off what I
probably
read.
gave the Capone book probably about a 10. So
It's a
because them
10.
books go there. Like I don't care what it is, them books go there. They should be rated X because they always go there. And I love it.
I love it. Like, oh, yeah. So I'm giving only for the week smut-ometer a 8. That's what I'm
Okay.
giving. Yeah.
Okay.
But Frank, do you have any recommendations? Another one? Or we gonna save it?
I'll save it. I'll save it. I'll save it for next time because we gave them a lot. We gave y'all a lot to
Yeah.
look up, a lot to think about and discuss. So share with us what some of your favorite romance by Black authors because we are doing Black Love in February.
Mhm.
Um, Share with us in the comments some of the books. If you've read some of the ones that we mentioned, tell us what you liked about them, your favorite characters, something. Interact with us, engage with us.
Yes. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I know I took up a lot of time talking about Capri. I couldn't help it.
But
And
that's the joy of having a good book, though, and that's how
that's
like
not
I'm
even
like now
every
I have to put it on my TVR. You've been telling me to read it, and I'm like, okay, okay, okay. Now I'm like, all right, I
yeah.
see what the vibe is. Okay, because when I tell you I love the Thug series, and that's what that one was called, the one that I mentioned.
Hmm.
So you putting me back in those vibes, girl. I would be breast pumping and reading like the newest version of those books. And Kenny be like, "You've been in here for a minute." He busts in the room. He's like, "That's what you doing in here reading."
Like, no, I'm also
I'm also pumping,
providing nutrients. I'm
but
sucking the
I would
life
like
out of
have
my
been
body.
done.
I
That
can do
pump
what
is
I
just
want.
there.
Yeah.
So
So
yes, so I ain't mad at it. It's a good book. So
yeah, y'all
we always here for a good book.
interact. Oh, our book recommendations. Gonna give you one of those. So my book recommendation, and I hope I haven't already mentioned this book. I don't think I have for a recommendation. Have I? No, I don't think I have. I actually have
Even
two.
if you have, recommend it again. That means it's that good.
Yeah, I actually have two this time.
Okay.
So, my first recommendation is "Almost There" by Farah Roshan, Rochon, I think
Okay.
Roshan,
Oh.
and it is the twisted tales of Princess Tiana. So
Ooh.
basically, it's we all know how the Princess and the Frog movie went, um, and at the end of Princess and the Frog, or towards the end, Shadow Man tries to offer Tiana a deal of like, I'll give you your dream, I'll give you your restaurant if you give me the talisman so I can control the Frog Prince, or you know what I mean, or whatever. So in the Twisted Tales, Tiana makes a deal with Shadow Man, and it basically goes into what would happen if she took that deal, which she did in the book. So it goes into that. It still has the same characters like Tiana, Naveen, Shadow Man, Mama Odie, her mother, father. um, I think Charlotte is in the book, and they introduced like maybe two, three more characters into the book as well. That's not in the movie series, or not in the movie, but I highly recommend this book. A Twisted Tale, Almost There. So it's
Okay.
Princess Anna's book, and they do have other versions. So I'm gonna be
So I'm
reading
saying, I think I
Ursula's
have
version.
some of the other versions. I think I have one, and I seen them in Walmart, and so I think I ended up picking up one. I'm trying to remember because I didn't get to finish it
Mm-hmm.
because life was life in. But I might need to pick it back up. I have to do like a poster, make a TikTok about it and see which one I have. I know I have one. It might have been Cinderella. I'm not sure, but it was like a whole list of them. Like they had the Cruella de Vil one. They had a lot
Oh,
of them.
I have that one. I think I know which one
Okay.
you're talking about. It's called like Evil Things. So I have the Cruella one
Mm,
downstairs. So
okay.
that's like another. I feel like that's like the villain's twisted version. If
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense. So yeah, I have that one. And downstairs, I also have from the Twisted Tales, Ursula's story. Well, Ariel's story, The Little
Okay.
Mermaid. But they also have Mulan's story.
Yes.
I want to read that one. They have Beauty and the Beast, and they have Aladdin, which I did read, the Aladdin Twisted Tales, and that was really good, really good.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's my recommendation, and they're not all of those aren't by the same author. So this particular one is by Farah Roshan.
Okay.
Again, Twisted Tale, Almost There.
Okay.
And my next one, just real quick, just in a light of recent events, and I wish I had it with me because I do have a physical copy of it, but I didn't think to grab it. But it's by our First Lady, Michelle
Becoming.
Obama, Becoming. Yes. I highly recommend reading her book. I read it years ago. It's probably like time for a refresh, to be honest. But Michelle Obama is such a intelligent, classy, like beautiful, strong woman, and to read her story of just her life, and including, of course, for President Barack Obama into
Right.
it, all of that, but just hearing her, reading her side of things and how she handled certain situations and dealing with certain situations, whether professionally or in her family, I highly recommend that. So I just thought it'd be nice to share and push her book in light of recent events that happened, mm, with this so-called,
Yeah.
person in charge and what he tried to do. But she is a beautiful woman. I actually was honored to have her speak at my graduation. I heard
Same.
from Tuskegee. So you know.
Our graduation, we were
Yep.
both walking.
Yeah. So she was there, and just to like be that close, because I think I was in like the second row from the stage, and just to see her like up close and hear her convocation speech. Well, is it not convocation speech? Graduation speech, whatever. It was truly, truly an honor because not many people can say like my speaker for graduation was
Was
Dean
the
Phillips.
first lady.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are my book recs. So, what you got
Yes.
Dean, to recommend?
Girl. Ugh,
But
cause
no,
I haven't.
I actually do have a question though. If
What?
you don't have a book recommendation, just remind us because you made the video on it.
Guess what I was gonna say. About midnight. That one
Not
or the other
midnight,
one.
the other one.
The
Um,
Chronicles, Nightlife Chronicles.
yeah, I think so. Like,
Yes.
what was that
So
about again?
it what was it about or who was it by?
Both.
It was by Sean Flossie, and she's a Tuskegee alum, so one of our fellow alums. And I actually reached out to her, and hopefully we can post her links some type of way, shape, or form. But she said you can still purchase the books on
Mhm.
Amazon.
Okay.
So, but yes, it was about similar to like very urban, but a young woman on her boss stuff,
Mm-hmm.
figuring out her life. She's kind of like in like the advertise marketing management type field.
Mm-hmm.
And I would need to do a refresher on it, but it was like smut-ometer, probably about an 8. Probably about an
Okay.
8. But the storyline was good and like so good that I had to read the second book. Um,
Oh.
yeah, and like I can't remember exactly what the title of the second was. I know I have it on my bookshelf.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kenny ended up buying the first one, and he was like, "Oh, did you like it?" And so he ended up buying the second one. So, but Sean Flossie, that is who that book was by. Um, I'm not sure if she's writing anymore, but she did put out 2 bangers. So I was like, I would definitely highly recommend at least the first one. But if you read the first one, you're going to want to read the second one because you're going to want to know how our
Mm-hmm.
girl ended up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Definitely gonna check that out. Love to support Skiggy alums around here.
Yes.
Supporting black authors and whatnot.
Yes.
All right, so I think that's all from us, friend.
That
Yeah.
is all
Yeah.
for now. I don't have nothing else, friend. That was a good session and a good reading corner sesh. So I'm looking forward to see what our friends and followers have to say for us.
Yes, please interact, like, share, comment,
All of the things.
subscribe. All the social media things you can do it. Repost it. Do what you do.
Please
Just
and thank you.
interact with us. We love to have book conversations. We love it. We love it. We love it. And again, this month in February, we will be highlighting and celebrating Black authors for the rest of the month. Even though we love Black authors all year, we're definitely going to celebrate them this month. This month is us.
Specifically during this time.
Yep. We're gonna.
Intentionally.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's all from us. We'll see you guys
Okay.
next time in the reading corner. See y'all later. Bye.
Bye.